And late fourth quarter, Cardinals are already up 12. Isaac Brown says, let's just put this to bed.
Speed.
That is electric speed. He had 20 carries, 151 yards on the day as Louisville wins convincingly. And Clemson, you know, you thought they were going to be steamrolling the ACC until they got to the championship game. Well, that's no longer the case. Cade Klubnik, 33 of 56, B-Mac.
56 attempts.
28 yards. Yeah, that ain't good.
That. They were playing catch-up.
They were. That's what they had to do. Tyler Shuck, 17 of 32, 156 yards. But it was the ground game and the Louisville defense that really paved the way for the Cardinals to get the upset victory against Clemson. And this isn't a surprise to me. I've always felt like, or this season I felt like Clemson was good, but they were not great because they had that game against Georgia. You're like, okay, what's going to go happen here? And then they find their battle, they find their confidence. But Louisville is a team that took Miami down to the wire, right? So it's not a shock, but what impressed you the most about the way the Cardinals really dominated this team from start to finish?
They were the more physical team on the football field, Chris. I was a bit surprised to see that. They were the more physical team, and they ran the football well. They really set the tone in the trenches. When you look at Clemson outside of that loss week 1 against Georgia, which it feels like it was 3 years ago, they were really dominant. They were consistent offensively and defensively, but in tonight's matchup, it felt like Louisville were Clemson and Clemson was Louisville. To your point, inconsistencies that have surfaced in the Cardinals' games and past opportunities, but they found ways to squander them away. But in tonight's matchup, they were dialed in. They were physical. They executed well, and Isaac Brown was just phenomenal. He's been phenomenal the entire season. I mean, he is, you know, he's like the microwave for their offense. He heats up fast. It doesn't take long for him to get going. Instantly, he heats up. And he was working and cooking today, and Clemson had no answer. And then, to my point, they were trying to catch up, so they kind of try to force things into overdrive. They just couldn't get things going. So I talked about A&M controlling their own destiny. Clemson had the same path entering tonight's matchup against Louisville. But because of what happened, now they got a window. They got to look out the window. They got a window watch to hope that they get some help. But of course, they got to take care of their own business as well.
So do you think they just ended their chances to make the ACC championship game?
I think so. I think so. There's a lot of ball left to be played. Anything can happen, as you can see. Any weekend, there could be an upset. But I don't see it happening to help Clemson to potentially get that invite to the ACC championship game.
All right, Clemson unable to come up with a big victory against Louisville. Cardinals looking pretty. B-Mac always on point.